Have you ever read a Mills and Boon novel? If not, let me highlight the representation of masculinity in each and every novel. The leading man is virile, handsome, rugged, tall, powerful, strong, athletic, and enigmatic. Women are instantly attracted to him, and that's all before he's even opened his mouth to speak. When it comes to what women and men first notice about each other, have things really changed that vastly from the first Mills and Boon book published in 1957? Let's find out. Welcome to alux.com. The place where future billionaires come to get inspired. If you're not subscribed yet, you're missing out. Number 1. Face. We are all drawn to a specific type of face, whether it's more feminine, more masculine, bearded, stubble, square-shaped, round-shaped, strong jawline, etc. But the common denominator is friendliness. Does that person appear approachable? Do they have honest, open features? Or does it look like they're hiding something? You can learn a lot about a person just by studying their face and facial expressions. Smiley eyes are a great draw card and are usually an indicator of someone who is happy. A smiley face will also reveal teeth, and having a decent set of pearlers are a must-have to attract people. If your teeth are stained and not looked after properly, you're not going to have much joy in attracting people with your smile. So make a dentist appointment. Nicer teeth will boost your confidence, which will also help to generate a great first impression. Number 2. Cleanliness. It's easy to pick up on whether a person takes care of themselves or not. Greasy hair, it's a no-go. Dirty nails, again, a no. Long nails, I can't even. There are absolutely no excuses for not taking care of yourself. Wash your hair, have it neatly trimmed into the style that suits you most. Clean your nails, treat yourself to a facial every now and then. You will wonder why you haven't done it sooner. And of course, moisturize. If you have a beard, it's pretty helpful to not have bits of yesterday's lunch hanging around. Keep it trimmed, wash your beard with shampoo and conditioner, make sure your neck is shaved, and use some beard oil or utility balm to give it its best look. Number 3. Wardrobe. There's so much truth in the saying, don't judge a book by its cover. And even though we like to believe we're above that, we really don't want to be with a man that doesn't look put together. The clothing doesn't have to be the latest on the runway or the most expensive items, but your wardrobe says a lot about you. So if your clothes are dirty, rumpled, oversized, and ill-fitting, how are you portraying yourself to others? Number 4. Body language. Picking up on nonverbal cues has gotten a lot of people out of trouble, and if you're sending off some intense "do not approach me" signals unknowingly, then it's time we talk. To become more approachable, do not cross your arms. This signals that you're unapproachable and not keen to open up dialogue with anyone. Basically, it's a bit of a middle finger. Work on improving your posture. Keep your head held high. Mirror the body language of the person talking to you. Angle your body toward that person. Maintain eye contact. And keep your phone in your pocket. There's truly little more disrespectful and off-putting than trying to talk to someone when they're checking their phone. Don't fidget or scratch. Work on getting rid of any nervous twitches you have and then truly listen to the person chatting with you. Number 5. Height. Okay, let's be honest here. It's not the make or break of a potential relationship, but height does play an important part of what's noticed first. It's there, staring you right in the face and not hard to see. Having said that, if you're tall, that's no guarantee you're going to make a good impression. The height is just a part of the whole package, and if you're a jerk, height won't change that. Build also plays a role, but that's really a preference thing. Some men or women prefer leaner men, others like more buff builds. But one thing we can all agree on, beer bellies are out. Number 6. Scent. Being offended by body odor is nothing new. History tells us that the ancient Egyptians used to have scented baths to rid themselves of BO and would apply scents to their armpits too. So, if your sweaty armpits smell like stinky cheese, chances are your first impression is ruined. And the same goes for applying too much scent. If you smell like you've just walked through the department store and had several sales assistants spray you with their wares, you're going to emit a "do not come hither" vibe. Your scent needs to be subtle, suit your personality, and make you feel good when you wear it. Ask your friends their opinions and find out which one works best for you. Number 7. A firm handshake. Women definitely notice the way a man shakes her hand. When introduced, if the man shakes her hand limply like a wet fish, the chances of the handshake growing into anything more than that are slim to none. A firm handshake conveys trust, confidence, and that you see the other person as an equal. And for goodness sake, we beg you, do not place your other hand over her hand when shaking it. It's a bit creepy and conveys an entirely different meaning than trust and confidence. And guys, don't think we've forgotten about the package down below. That's coming up soon. Number 8. Voice. Extensive studies have been done to find out what the perfect voice should sound like, and the answer is unanimous. Deep, melodic voices are first prize. The moment we open our mouths, we are perceived in a certain way because of the tone, pitch, and melody. A high-pitched voice doesn't do much in terms of drawing people in, and is definitely not great for dirty talk. But it's not the end of the world if your voice betrays you. Vocal coaches can do amazing things for your voice. Give it a few sessions, and you'll be whispering into someone's ear in no time. And while we're on the topic of voices, language is also noticed. Swearing is okay, but using it for every second word is just not going to win you any points. Sure, use the occasional expletive when appropriate, but F-bombing every sentence will have your newfound audience disappearing as quickly as they arrived. Number 9. Manners and kindness. It's clear to see how the person you've just met treats those around him. Is he well-mannered, mindful, kind? Watching how he treats the people around him and compare that to how he treats the staff or the help where you're meeting will be a good indication of how he'll be always. And if you'd like to up your game, make sure to watch our video, 15 Life Hacks for the Modern Gentleman. Number 10. Where you meet the person. The person you meet volunteering at an animal shelter and the person you meet on a wild night out might have completely different personalities. But that's not to say that a person who has a bit of a wild night doesn't volunteer at animal shelters. However, the location of where you meet someone can also give a lot of information about them. Unless, of course, they're doing charity work as a penance for breaking the law. In that case, you're better off meeting someone at a bar. Number 11. Shoes. Guys, we promised we wouldn't forget the package down below, and we didn't. Shoes. Shoes can be a make or break when it comes to a first impression. A put-together outfit teamed up with the right shoes completes the look and says you know how to dress. Old, dirty, scuffed shoes speak volumes too. Poor, unkempt, doesn't care, doesn't value oneself, and those are not the kind of shoes that men or women want lying at the foot of their bed. Number 12. A sense of humor. There's a fine line between class clown and someone who can display humor at the right time. A sense of humor doesn't just mean the ability to crack a joke with a great punchline, but also the ability to see the funny side of life. If, for example, a drink spilled all over the person you're meeting and it happens to be red wine, is his first reaction to blow a fuse and become all grumpy and petulant? Or does he reassure you that he definitely looks better in red? That sort of humor goes a long way and is an essential life skill. It boosts your mental and physical health, makes you more attractive, and shows that you have good leadership skills. Number 13. The company you keep. As much as we hate to admit it, you're judged by the company you keep. If you're hanging around with a bunch of boozers that look like they have no direction in life, that image will reflect off of you too. Hanging out with people that represent your values and morals is the best way to go. Not only will they always have your back, but you won't need to explain your friendships to anyone. Those people are your tribe and they always love you and want what's best for you. It's better to be alone than with the wrong crowd, because when you're with the wrong crowd, you'll be judged by that crowd and it's so easily avoidable. Number 14. Social media. No question about it. If that first connection ticked all the right boxes, your profile on social media will be stalked. Checked out. So make sure your profile reflects you and not a lifestyle that's too much of a stretch from the truth. These things have a way of catching up with us. Avoid too many selfies. Avoid photographs that always depict you with a drink in your hand. Take meaningful shots that reflect you and your tastes. Be a positive influence on social media, and most importantly, be yourself. Number 15. The package. And this time we are not referring to shoes. Women and men do check out men's crotch areas, and they openly admit it. It's not just the package though, there's the rear end too, and we can add beautiful hands to the mix, strong forearms, a great chest, the right amount of body hair, and. You see, there are so many things that women and men first notice in men on their first encounter. Everybody's different, we all have our own preferences. Just love and respect yourself enough to take great care of yourself, and everything else will fall into place. Here's a question for you, A-Luxers. What is one of the first things you notice about men when you first meet them? Let us know in the comments. And for sticking with us until the end, here's your bonus. So, what if you meet someone and you're keen to figure out if they're wealthy or not? Our video, 15 non-obvious signs someone is wealthy, is a great place to start. However, to highlight just a few to keep in mind during that first meeting, their clothing is bespoke, not necessarily name brand. They are understated as opposed to flashy. They're not vocal about their finances and they value experience over things. They're usually great listeners, have one credit card, ask a lot of questions, and enjoy intellectual conversation. And even if he's not rich but has these qualities, he sounds like great company. Thank you for spending some time with us, A-Luxers. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpicked these videos, which we recommend you watch next. You can talk to us on all social medias or ask a question on our website, alux.com. Thank you for being an A-Luxer, and we'll see you back tomorrow.